Hello everyone, Preston here with another video on my channel, Prolix Art. Today we're going to be doing another tutorial about how to color in a shading or value study for your illustrations and move forward from there. Let's get started and see what we can come up with. Alright, so with this piece right now, I have set up already an illustration that I've worked on, Raphtalia and Philo from Rising of the Shield Hero, and we're going to just quickly go over how to add color to this before you go into the rendering stage so that you can just quickly get it from being muddy to fully rendered. Obviously start off with a new layer. As you can tell, I have all these different layers selected, but we're going to start off with a new one and show you how things work. So right now we are going to start off with the skin, and I will get back to you when that happens. So let's quickly color in the skin. Now that we got the skin quickly put in, we're going to start going in on the hair and other aspects of the coloring, because you guys notice that I'm doing the flats, because you want to make sure you're doing the flat colors for this because you already have the value for the shape and character already in. You want to make sure you have all the flats now, because right now these are all shaded. These are already shaded. Yes, you want to fix it up afterwards because it will look a little bit muddy, but this is the easiest way. So let's quickly get into the colors. So here's the hair and the skin. Now I'm going to quickly just jump ahead and actually use one of my older layers to show what it looks like towards the end. And when we get to that point, when you get all the flats in, you can use a number of different things like the selection tools over here. You can use this. You can use clipping masks where you select the base. That's what these little markers right here are. If you can see that. Right here are me using layer masks so that it's easier for me to color this in and fill it in. So let me show you what it should look like when you've finished up on the coloring. So we got the base shapes and colors in on Raphtalia and seeing where that goes. It's fairly easy from here on to actually push these forward from the art that you see here. You can see I added a little textures here and there, trying to make things a little more popping. Once you get to this point, all you have to do is something very easy. There's a number of different ways, but the easiest way to get you into a good spot for this is actually having it as an overlay layer. Once the overlay layer is in there, it actually puts the color into the different layers of shading that I have. Now if you go back down, you can actually see I have a few layers of shading already in. I have the main cell for the shading. I have the shading layer, which is in a normal. I have the lighting layer, which is to add the base lighting, and some, base area of effect adding. But this whole thing is in a pass-through instead of multiply because it's going through everything. And it actually helps with the fact that this is an overlay. Because if we switch this to a multiply instead, it can still work, but it's a lot darker. Pass-through makes it a little easier to comprehend. And it makes it so that the lighting doesn't get multiplied with the shading. So pass-through is a lot easier for the lighting side of everything. After you get all the base colors in over the top of your shading with an overlay, what I normally do is do a counter for what type of lighting the characters are going to be in. If it's warm light, make sure that they're cool shadows. If it's cold shadows, make sure that or cold light, you can make sure that it's in warm shadows. I did warm shadows because I had a plan to actually put them under the tree shade, which would add a cold shading to their already warm figures. So it's all about balance when it comes to color theory. So what I do then is, which you'll see in a second, is actually work towards rendering the rest out, to here, which makes it a fully illustrated thing. I went above the lines to finish up some rendering, just to fix things up a little bit, make it look a little more natural, and things like that. But this is the basics of where you can go. You go from shading, overlays quickly, then you render out from there, adding to the colors and making sure the whole scene looks unified, and seeing what you can do from there. So this was just a quick tutorial. Let me know what you guys think about doing this version of how to use overlays for fixing your shadows. There are a number of different ways. Let me know if you guys want to learn the other ways to use your values for your illustrations as a quick way to actually make illustrations. There's other ways like gradient maps and soft lights, warm lights, hard lights. There's so many different ways to do this type of illustrating that you can actually learn from and improve upon. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little tutorial for this week, and I hope to see you guys again next time. Again, remember, if you guys like this video, pretty much remember to like, comment what you guys think and what you guys would want to see in the future, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys again next time.